First of all, I just want to say thank you very much to all the people that asked me questions, either via the CO.AG Facebook page or on the video I posted earlier on the YouTube channel. I'll try and answer as many questions as possible, and apologies if I get any of your names wrong. This is CO.AG Music, questions and answers. The first question came in via my CO.AG Facebook page from Manarator, and his question was, where do you get your inspiration from? Inspiration musically from other artists like yourself. I do listen to a lot of different artists. TV, films, always get inspired by sounds outside. Always got my Tascam digital recorder with me, so if I hear any interesting sounds, I'll always record them. London Underground. Visited a couple of old abandoned buildings, got some interesting sounds there as well. As you know, we took a trip to Auschwitz earlier this year, and still going through some of the audio for that. Got some interesting sounds recorded in the barracks and other parts of the camp. So putting all that together slowly. And definitely photographs or pictures I see and get inspiration from seeing just one picture. And I think I've said it in the comments section before on my YouTube page that the pictures I use are like album or CD covers. It sort of gives you an insight of what the piece of music's going to be about, whether it be peaceful, horror or sci-fi. So I do think sometimes the pictures are quite important, and then it's that picture or sound that inspires me. SDR Media, where are you from and who is your favourite composer? Well, first off, I'm based in the UK, as you can probably tell from my accent, and my favourite composer, present day, probably without doubt, Hans Zimmer. Absolutely incredible. Some of the music he produces and some of the chord changes are just phenomenal. And probably in the past, I'd say Richard Wagner, again, just outstanding. But there are so many. It's difficult to pin just a few down, but they're probably my top two. Coagmusic 2, not sure whether I'm pronouncing that right. Favourite type of music? Favourite type of music, without doubt, I'd say definitely electronic. But I do like a lot of classical music, pop music, rock music, dance, soul, reggae, anything really. Anything that inspires you. This is a cool name, InkNet32. Where and when did you start out with online music publishing? Probably about two years ago. I'd say I started the CO.AG YouTube page, but I've been producing music for probably about 10-15 years. Jerry, what do you find the most difficult part of making a composition? Probably the first 10-15 minutes. Try to think of an idea, put something together, but once it starts flowing, it's everything seems to come together eventually. Michael Jones, have you ever considered doing a collaboration, apologies if I get his name wrong, with Muju? Love to. Incredible pianist, and really admire the man's work. Probably if someone asked him the same question, he'd probably say, who's CO.AG? You never know. Love to do one. When will you approach the gaming industry? I have done some music for some gaming channels, especially with some documentaries. We've done World of Tanks, I think it was, World of Battleships, a couple of different bits and pieces like that, but always open to suggestions. Red Hawk, thank you very much. He admires my music, appreciate that. And again, he asked where am I based. As I said earlier, based in the UK. Mountain Dew, thanks very much for getting in touch, and thanks for your kind words, really appreciate that. check out this lady's channel. I think it's mostly gaming things she does, but she does do some poetry as well. The question is, I suppose my question is, what is your favourite type of music? You seem to have a liking for the dark and emotional pieces. I think you're spot on there. I do like uplifting music, peaceful music, space music, but I think the darker side of sort of things does fascinate me. Probably why I'm drawn to it more so. Hassim, the ill Liverpool guy. Can I have a shout out? No problem. Also, can you do a face reveal while I'm trying to gain subscribers, not lose them? But I have shown my face quite a few times. I mean, I'm not hiding for any reason. In a couple of my music videos, at the end, there's a couple of them where there's a quick couple of seconds you can see my face. Actually, in one of my videos, there's a picture of me just stood there for the whole duration of the track. If you go to my Facebook page, there's quite a few pictures of me in the studio and some other bits and pieces. And actually, if you look at the video that you actually put this question on about a face reveal, there is a face reveal at the end of that video. Thanks very much for your support. What is your favourite composition you have made? Difficult one. Off the top of my head, possibly Cicada 3301. It was just one of those pieces. Actually a preset on one of the synthesizers called Conspiracy, but everyone seemed to play it on a higher pitch, so I lowered the key down and it just seemed to fit. Put a couple of different effects on it, a bit of modulation, and it just one of those ones that worked. There's a few. There's a few. The Taboo one, pretty good. I like a couple of the peaceful ones. Difficult to say really. Cicada 3301 is probably one of my favourites. What does CO.AG mean? I know a lot of people say COAG, which is fine, no problem at all. But it's actually co. Like in co.uk, as from a web page. But I just took the UK off, and the AG are my initials. So CO.AG. Whether real or fictional, what is something that actually frightens or unsettles you? Probably the dark. Not terrified of the dark, but there's always something about the dark and the silence. The silence of the dark I find quite frightening. And empty spaces as well. Especially not like stood out in a field or in a building that's empty. I always find quite frightening and intimidating. I think there's actually a technical name for that, but if anyone knows, just let us know. Rick from Look Now TV, do you ever plan on covering a Clockwork Orange theme, Funeral Mass for Queen Mary? Brilliant piece of music. Yeah, definitely something for the future. It'd have to come in under the CO.AG remix projects, because obviously it's not my piece of music, but not sure whether anyone would be able to use it, because obviously it'd come up copyrighted as well. But yeah, certainly something I wouldn't mind tackling. Top fives. Here's a question for you, CO.AG. When will you and Hans Zimmer be working together? Dream come true. Love to work with him. As I said earlier, he's incredible. Admire the man. Maybe one day. Do you mind people using your music for free? Not at all. As I say in the description, as long as they give me credit and say music by CO.AG, that's fine. A lot of people still don't sort of credit me, which is a shame. Some of the big channels, You know, it only takes a few seconds to type something, whereas to do a piece of music can take anything up to an hour, maybe even a few days. So, you know, I do appreciate that the people that do actually put it in their description. It does help me a great deal. But that's fine. I mean, I've got my Patreon page where I've got quite a few Patreons that show their support for $1 a month. PayPal. I do quite a few intros for people which they use on their channels. I think it's all about giving people encouragement and support. And if you're in it for the money, you're in it for the wrong reason. If you make money by doing something you enjoy doing, absolutely fantastic. I think you've made it, because there's nothing better. But don't go into YouTube and doing videos or creating music to think, I want to do it to earn money. Do it because you want to do it and you enjoy doing it. Are there any limits to custom paid tracks? No, not at all. I mean, as I say to people that contact me and they want some intros and music, I usually say it's $40. That's not a set fee. I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with, that's fine by me. I mean, some people contact me, I'll have a look at their channel, you know, they'll have 100 subscribers. So whatever they feel comfortable with is absolutely fine. Where and how can I download your music? Basically straight from YouTube. There are a few programs. I personally use Catcher, which is quite legal to download music or video. But if you want it in a better quality, on my Patreon page I actually upload the tracks in WAV format, which is much better quality if you don't want to use them for videos or production work or something. Simple click of a button and it just downloads. I am slowly putting all the tracks on there, but if there is a track that you want me to upload for you to be able to download, just send me a message and I can always upload it to the Patreon page. Plans for this year. Mentioned earlier the track Staccato 3301. That particular track is going to be used in a film called Ghost in the Machine, which is going to be released this year. At the moment there is about 250 YouTubers actually using CO.AG music, which ranges from horror, sci-fi channels, chill out channels, documentary channels. I'd love to be able to mention them all, but there's quite a few. So actually, if you go onto my channel, there is a folder there called featuring CO.AG music. So every time someone sends me a message and say we used your music, I always include them into that file. And as you can see, there's quite a few on there.
Coagmusic, man. Thanks for stopping by. Love your music. You should all check out Coagmusic. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even have channels. You know. Thank you for contributing your music to the horror community. I really appreciate it. Man, and I called you man. I'm sorry. I mean, you could be a woman. I don't know, but regardless, thank you. Thank you for your music.
Hey COAG, if you are not subscribed to Coagmusic, you do need to Co.AG Of course, when this video is uploaded, I will leave a link down in the comments and in the description, because Coagmusic makes a lot of good music. However, I haven't used his music yet. I am going to in the future, but he's amazing at his music. You should go check it out.
Next, I would like to thank CO.AG Music. I've recently been trying to find the right music for my Dark Matter series, and CO.AG delivered. He's got everything from ambient pieces to piano pieces, and really awesome suspenseful synth tracks like the ones you heard in today's video. If you're looking for some spooky ambience to listen to, or if you're just a creator looking to add some incredible music to your library for your narrations or what have you, I would really appreciate it if you guys would head on over to the channel, check out his stuff, and show him some love, because he totally deserves it.
Before we get going, I would just like to take this opportunity to thank CO.AG Music, who has produced a series of tracks for my Case File series and whose music is used in all of my videos. If you haven't already, go check out his channel, which is in the description below.
CO.AG Music, I love your music, dude, it's good. Keep doing what you're doing. I will keep on using your music and I will keep on supporting you, my friend.
What is your favourite synthesizer? I think each synthesizer has obviously different sounds, different textures, so it'd be difficult to pinpoint one particular synth and say that is better than any other, but certainly I'd say in my top 5 without doubt is Spectrasonic's Omnisphere. Absolutely incredible. It's limited only by your imagination. Probably going back FM8, Citrus, some of the COAG. They've just released the ARP Odyssey, and of course the Roland D50, an absolute classic. Do you prefer analog or digital? To be perfectly honest with you, I've always said it's the end result. As long as you can get that end result and it sounds, reasonably good, that's all that matters really. Once again, I would like to thank everybody that has supported CO.AG Music and for sending in your questions. Don't forget, you can head over to the CO.AG Facebook page where I usually post pictures and things, what's happening in the future. We've also got the Patreon page where you can download the music. 95% of the music I put on there now. And as I said, if there's anything that's not on there you want on there, just let me know and I can upload it in high quality. And once again, thanks very, very much for your support. I really do appreciate it. And as someone once said, the journey has only just begun.